Hey everybody, welcome to the Blerdlines podcast. This is Chancellor D, joined by one of my awesome besties, Delta Major. Hey Delta.
Hey.
And we are talking about the upcoming season, Series 10 of Doctor Who, which will be debuting the next companion, Bill Potts, played by Pearl Mackie, which is a long time coming person of color companion.
Yes, excited about that. And she's also, as we saw in the headlines and we will be discussing, she is an openly gay character, which is why I'm on here to talk because I am myself a woman of color and I am also queer. So these are things that relate to me and representation matters.
Exactly. So come join us on the TARDIS for more fun and follow us along the Blerdlines. So Doctor Who comes back on the 15th of April. I'm excited.
Yes, excited for it's been too long. They gave us a whole year without, and that Christmas special was definitely not enough.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was great to have Christmas episode, which also was good. It was like a semi Superman episode, but it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was nice that they gave us that, but still,
I mean
it
that
wasn't enough.
that's why 2016 kind of sucked because we didn't have Doctor Who. I'm just saying. But yeah. But one good thing about this season is that we now have a new companion, Bill Potts, played by Pearl Mackie, who
That's Bill. New cosplays to come with that
yes,
character that looks like us. Because what representation matters.
exactly, exactly. I mean, you would think
So
that.
excited for that. Haven't had a melanated companion since Martha, and everybody hated on her. So I wonder if it's going to be the same thing with Bill.
True. I mean, you see, is it after Martha and Mickey left, we had like the few side characters, like like one-off episodes. Like there was
Mm-hmm.
that the one soldier that wanted to travel with 12, but he said no because you're a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh well, we can't forget Mr. Pink,
that's true.
Danny
We
Pink.
can't forget Danny
But
Pink.
he's like, all right, so never mind. We had three, but still.
Yeah,
He got killed off too early, and he wasn't even like a companion. He was like a companion's like partner.
exactly. Hmm.
But yeah,
Exactly. But and I still plan to do a cosplay. If you told me I should do it, yes,
yeah,
I know.
I started that. Remember that?
Yeah, you started. She wants me to do the Cyberman Danny Pink. Everybody, just find a picture and you'll see it. Yeah. Anyway,
Yes, you'll understand.
exactly. This is like my favorite thing. Somebody asked me that I cosplay as Constantine. Are you cosplaying as Danny Pink as the 10th Doctor? I was like, I see it.
Yes, yes, I am. Thank you. Uh huh.
And I called you and told
Mm-hmm.
you about that. And you were like, see, I told you
I
told me.
know.
All right, but anyway,
I'm not the only one. I'm not.
I know. But anyway, Bill Potts is refreshing to have someone a person of color who is the new companion because we don't have a lot of representation in the show. I mean, we'll get your side characters here and there.
Granted, yeah, the show is very inclusive when it comes
Yes,
to like race and gender and sexuality and stuff. But it's been a while since we've had a main person of color as the companion.
right. I mean, you had Rigsby. He was in two different episodes, and the Flatline and I
Yeah.
forgot the other one, but yeah. Was that Face the Raven or I think I forgot. He came back, but yeah. But yeah, you're right. We haven't had like a main person, but also Bill is now the first series openly gay character, which is good because you have you're reaching more inclusion for the series.
Yeah, yeah. Like they say, she's like the first. Well, I guess because she's a lead and she's the companion, but we all know that the show has definitely been very inclusive when it comes to like gender neutrality and sexual orientation. First of all, Captain Jack Harkness, he was
Yes.
basically pansexual. He'll date anybody, any species, any race, didn't care. He liked you. He was always told to stop flirting by the doctor. So that was that.
Yep.
And then Torchwood, he had a male partner. So there was that.
Mm-hmm.
And we also had Madame Vastra, the Silurian Victorian woman. And she was in a relationship and married to Jenny Fitz, a human. So that was interspecies and same-sex. So we've had it before on the show. So I don't understand why it had to be like such a huge headline. I get like she's a main character, but the show has been known to do stuff like that before.
Do you think it's because like the other characters, even like Jack Harkness, they weren't always traveling like every episode?
That's how I feel like, since that's what I'm saying, she's a lead because she will be with him basically in every episode.
Right.
And Captain Jack would show up here and there. Madame Bashard also would show up here and there, even though they played crucial parts in like certain parts of the seasons. Mm-hmm. But like, I get what they're saying.
Yeah.
And it's nice being a queer woman of color. Like, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm not worried because I know they do positive like illustrations of sexuality and sexual orientation on the show because we've seen it before. So I know they're not going to like dull her down or just make her only about her sexuality, which I appreciate.
Exactly. I mean, you look at what, maybe 2 or 3 different trailers now, and you just see Bill as the companion. Especially the first one that came out last year when she was like, "What's a Dalek? What's a Dalek?" And she's like all curious about it, like, "Are we gonna die?" Like she's just all open, like,
yes.
like what's going on? Like she was just all about, like, she basically was us. Like, so what's going on? We're getting shot at. Are we good?
Yeah. Did you see the little clip about what she says about the TARDIS? She's like, "It's a spaceship." He's like, "Wait, what?" Or a time machine or something.
Yes.
She actually calls it what it is. He's like, okay. And that's new.
Then what is the one when she saw the alien? She's like, "It speaks an emoji." I'm like, oh, that was funny.
Oh yeah, the robot, and then it had like the devil, like the dead sign emojis for the eyes, and it was like, "Oh well, time to go."
Yes, but we know it won't just be her and the Doctor. It will be Matt Lucas's character as well.
Yeah, the bald punk guy. Yeah.
I don't remember his.
Which I wonder if they're like his character is a little socially awkward and like clearly developmentally behind. So I don't know if they're like including that, like maybe he like is on the autism spectrum of some sort or has some sort of developmental delay just because the way his character is. So even including that in the show and like showing people and characters like that is really wonderful.
Because we've seen him in 2 episodes now. What was it? It was both Christmas episodes in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's wild. He's been in 2 Christmas episodes. That's kind of funny.
And now he's tagging along.
Right, because the Doctor saved his head in the Husbands of River song. Spoilers, sorry. Spoiler. Okay, it's going to be spoilers.
All right.
Spoilers. As River says, spoilers. You know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No spoilers, sweetie.
I miss River. I miss her.
I know, but they're still there because that sunset lasts 27 years, so they're still chilling.
I know.
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. It's that. I remember watching that episode, and then when she said where they like the planet they were on, like the what was it, the suns? I forgot the name of the Singing Towers. And when he said, and he gave her said, "I have a gift for you," and you saw the solid screwdriver. I was all happy, like Christmas episode.
Like that's how it starts.
And then heart sank, like crap. But yeah,
because we know that's the last thing he gave her, and that's how it starts, and like the timelines never match up. So.
But then she does continue on. Like, apparently, she's going to meet the 7th Doctor in a book, or an 8th Doctor in a book. So she's going back through his time, apparently, still, I guess.
Yeah, she goes through his timeline. Yeah, she's like, "When have we met? What time is this? What did we do? Did we do this yet? Did we do that yet?"
Yeah. But, yes, I know Alex Kingston's done a lot, even outside of Doctor Who. So this to have her come back for what she did come back for, that's wonderful. But
Yeah.
even seeing her on Arrow was like, oh, I miss you, but you're here on another show. Still fandoms.
Exactly.
It counts. It counts.
Exactly.
But back to this current season. This is series 10, which sounds funny for a show that's been going on for over 50 years. It sounds funny to say that. But what are you hoping to see with the new companions?
Honestly, I'm just happy that Clara's gone. Number one, I hated her. I'm one of those people. I hate Rose. I hate Clara. Sue me, fight me, whatever. But I want to see. I like Clara's self-efficientness, but she was also a little cocky, know-it-all. So I want like the companion to be like smart and know that, oh, danger, run kind of thing, but also be curious and inquisitive the way the Doctor is, like, always asking questions, able to give people a chance, like,
Exactly. Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't think they're gonna dull down. Like I said, I just hope they don't, which I don't think they will, make Bill completely about her sexuality. Hope she gets hope she gets a love interest. That'd be cool. Preferably not human. Switch it up. But yeah, like, I just want to see where they go with her. And of course, we know that Moffat's leaving, and Capaldi said he's leaving as well, and they're getting like new writers and stuff. So I hope they keep her. Like, she wouldn't be the first companion we've had that only has one season, but still, it'd be nice to keep her along.
Exactly. I mean, what they did the filming was they filmed all this motions through 2016.
Yeah.
So I know they're done unless they still have to do the Christmas episode, maybe, because that's his regeneration episode apparently.
I know. I don't want him to go. I don't want to go. Don't do it.
I mean, what? He's been around as a Doctor since 2014 apparently. So
that's not enough. I love Capaldi. I don't know. Apparently, I just have a thing for Scottish doctors. Tennant, him. Like, I don't know. I like Capaldi.
I do too. I mean,
the fact that it's so funny. So many characters were on the episode before and got revamped. Martha, she was in the last episode with Rose, and she got trapped in the dimension. She had a Cyberman helmet on, earpiece, and then she turned into a companion. Capaldi was in the Pompeii episode. He got saved by the Doctor, and now he's the Doctor. Like, it's all, they just recycle people, which is really fun.
Then you had Karen Gillan, and I think she was in the Fires of Pompeii episode as well. Like,
was she?
Yeah, she played like a store merchant or something.
Ah, interesting.
And she became a companion.
Exactly.
And I think they even happened with I think was it.
Oh, and then in the Charles Dickens episode with the ghost, the woman whose grandparent was in there, she turned out to work for Torchwood later. She was in Torchwood.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yep. She was with Captain Jack. And then basically everybody that's in Doctor Who has either been in Harry Potter or Game of Thrones. So there's that.
John Hurt. Yeah, John Hurt. Is the War Doctor. Rest in peace, John Hurt. He played Mr. Ollivander.
Yep.
I want to say the 6th Doctor was like a random character in like one of the fifth or 4th Doctor episodes.
And yeah. So, and also that's David Tennant's father-in-law.
Yeah, the 5th Doctor. That's so weird.
And then his wife is also his TV daughter.
That is also weird. There's that weird.
So weird.
It's that weird, like the Doctor's
his TV daughter is one of his regenerations. So it's weird. It's so weird.
The Doctor's daughter marries the Doctor, where her father is also the Doctor.
The Doctor's daughter, and they have a daughter, so she is the Doctor's daughter and the Doctor's granddaughter. But she said she likes her dad's Doctor better than her grandfather's, so that little girl's in trouble.
That's funny. That's a weird family. It's just like the Once Upon a Time family tree is so convoluted now. Like everybody's family like related to some degree. It's like, oh gosh, but that's worse. That's just worse. That's TV tying everything together. But I digress. But Yeah, that's it's in going back to Capaldi, getting becoming the 12th Doctor, and and then having that moment when he realized the reason why he chose that face. I think that was a good way of tying things together.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, because people
Yeah.
could have
Yeah,
said,
when they showed the Pompeii thing and he reached out, I was like, they didn't they didn't let us down. They let the people that watch the show religiously and that know all the fans shouldn't know that he was on the show before, and they gave us reasons. I screamed on that too. I scared my cat. It's fine. He's
"Oh,
okay now. But yeah, I screamed.
I did too. I did like that nerd gas. I'm like, oh my god, it's that moment from Pop. Oh my god, okay, that
Like they
that.
did the thing. I said the stuff and he did the stuff.
Because even when he first regenerated from Matt to Capaldi, and he was like, he saw his face. He's like, I chose this face for a reason. I'm like, are you gonna tell us now? Okay, I'll wait.
Exactly. I'm like, you know why you chose it. You ain't low.
But do you think Ashilda's character could come back though? I know she would have to bring Clara back. I know you don't like Clara, but do you think she would come back?
Me, I honestly hate both of them, honestly. So I'm good riddance. Don't come back.
Okay, got you.
I'm that person. I'm always like the oddball that, and he was like, oh my god, I love these characters. Not me. Goodbye.
Yeah, I think I like Ashilda just because of how they used her in terms of like, you know, made her immortal. And just how
Yeah, because of that damn tip. Yeah.
but outside of that, it was like she pretty much told Doctor, yeah, I followed you through all your adventures, so I saw everything you did from that time forward. And I'm like, so me and tell me you saw the 10th Doctor doing his thing, and then 11th Doctor doing his thing. I was like, okay, it's kind of cool. It's
Mm-hmm.
just when you think about the show as a whole, of like, oh wow. And then step further, Davros having 12's original sonic screwdriver that entire time.
Yeah.
When he saw 10 when he allegedly died, he knew that wasn't the right doctor for him to talk to.
Yeah.
I'm like, when the show
That's right.
when the show becomes that meta, it's like, oh crap, you really got to think about this.
You got to go back and do your research and take notes.
It's like, cause I bought one of the they're like the special collections where it just has like a few Dalek episodes. I bought that one, and I watched that two-parter, and I was like, I really wish they had the newer ones on there too. But it's all good. It's all good. We're all it's all the fan community. I mean, as much as I would love to buy DVDs, I don't want to pay $75 or $79 per season. I refuse. No. That's the Barnes Noble price. It's too much.
Huh?
But anyway. But are you gonna watch the show live when it comes back in a couple weeks?
Yeah, that I'm on spring break, so no school, so I'm be all up in that.
Okay. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
My Saturdays are now back to being owned by Doctor Who. Don't call me. Don't ask me nothing. I'm not leaving.
I just hope the episode is
If
more.
I do go out, I gotta be home by 9:00.
Because I just hope the first episode was like an hour 15. Like, give me an hour 15, and please, internet, no spoilers. Because I know I'm gonna have to avoid Facebook and Twitter like the plague all day. Because apparently they're gonna show it. They're not gonna do like how they did Day of the Doctor, the simultaneous broadcast. They're gonna do like the UK time, then our time. So I'm gonna have to avoid the Doctor Who Facebook page. That day. So yeah. But anyway, but yeah, let's go back to our characters. And I do want to spend time about our going back through the series, if you will, like having representation from the show. If I'm not mistaken, was Martha the first person of color as a companion, or am I missing someone?
I think she was.
Okay. And that's true. And what you said about her being in that Cyberman episode, like yeah, that was her first time on the show, and then 3 episodes or so later, she's on the show as a regular.
Mm-hmm.
But her character, I think a lot of people give Martha flack, probably because she was pining over the doctor. Where I get he was upset about Rose, but like you didn't give Martha a chance, dude. And
No, they didn't. But also, she's also the strongest companion. She's the only one to leave on her own accord. He didn't have to kick her out, or she didn't almost die, or like lost her memory. And if she remember, like, she's the only one to be like, I have to go. I want to do my own thing. I want to be a doctor myself.
exactly.
I'm going to finish my career. Thank you. This has been fun. Thank you for showing me. And then she ends up working with the unit and saves the fucking planet. Hello.
Exactly.
Hello.
Because especially that Donna.
What Rose ever did. Cry.
Mm-hmm. Rose is like, I love you. Okay, that. And then Donna. Me when Martha showed up during Donna's run, like she called Doctor to Earth. He's like, "Good to see you. I need your help." And this is what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna do this, right? And then there was the whole Osterhagen key thing where she was like, "I'm ready to blow up the Earth. You cool with that?"
Exactly.
So she was the strongest companion, and still has been.
Yeah.
And
people were like, "Oh, well, Rose was bad." Well, I'm like, because she used the power of the TARDIS. Martha did that. She had a key. They gave her a lockdown. She was badass on her own.
mm-hmm.
She didn't need the TARDIS
Nope.
to take the light and knowledge. Like, that's why Donna also, she had too much memory from the TARDIS as well. She knew too much.
Mm-hmm. And also,
so yes, she was strong in that way, but
and also Martha was she spent a year on the Earth by herself, recruiting people to fight for the Doctor.
Yes, exactly. There was like a whole network of people, and they had like whole conversations and codes, and
yeah,
it was amazing.
I mean, I know that was like the course of like 2 episodes, but still, it's like they say she did it by herself for the year. And so when she
like if she also shows up in Torchwood, so if you watch that, like if you watch both shows, she appears.
Oh, good to know. I need to go back and finish watching Torchwood. Okay. But
the unit made Torchwood. I mean, Torchwood like enforced the unit. They all work together.
Okay, good. I have a lot to catch up on Torchwood. Okay. I've only seen like Torchwood Miracle Day and Children of Earth. And like a few.
Yo, Children of Earth fuck me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That whole I get to the end, I'm like, spoiler alert, people. So if you haven't seen it, turn it off now. I'm like, these are crackhead aliens. What the hell's going on in the world?
Uh-huh.
Exactly. I was like, oh, there was like the children. They make us feel good. Oh, y'all heroin addicts for children youth. Okay, I understand now.
Oh.
This is all one big drug deal. Interesting.
Yeah.
Messed my whole life up.
When that was that was like 5 nights of that. I think I watched it like when it aired, like during the week. I watched like 1 episode at a time. Like, okay, this is like really weird.
Yeah, that's also the spoilers coming. That's also the episode when Yanto passed, right?
That's true.
Everybody like croaked, but of course Jack gets up because he's Jack, and I was so sad. I was like, feels too many.
Cause when did Alonzo die? I know he died sometime around then. Or was that?
I think it was before that, or after. I think everybody died before that because they were like in the power plant thing. It was a meltdown or something. Spoiler, sorry everyone.
Yeah.
We'll just put that in the caption.
Yeah.
Torchwood spoilers.
Torchwood. Because it's funny, you know.
It was like a nuclear thing, and he tried to go in, but it still malfunctioned.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
Basically, everybody around him croaked.
Because it's interesting.
Which is also immortal.
That's true. I mean, the only person left was Gwen Cooper, as usual. It's always Gwen Cooper. It's always Gwen and Jack. And then her husband and the baby.
Yeah, because like I said, Gwen was in Doctor Who, her grandmother. And the doctor was like, hey, don't I know you? He's like, don't I know you? He was referring to the Torchwood.
Yeah. Because that's where...
Because she also comes in that episode with the unit and the whole plant, like with the Doctor Who, she comes in on that episode too. And he's like, hey, I know you. I met your grandmother, your great-grandmother or some shit like that. And he notes that to her.
Because they did it during the Dalek invasion, that 2-parter.
Uh-huh.
Because I think was it Alonzo showed up.
Yeah, the Prime Minister was there too.
Yeah. Yeah. Harriet Jones, Prime Minister. I hate they killed her off.
I love her. She always says the full name. She's so cute.
Harriet Jones, Prime Minister. Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dog's like, "We know who you are." I was like, "Ooh, this sucks." But
Like, well, you know you're important if they know who you are.
and then who else? Because you had Mickey and Rose's mother. I forgot.
Mother stopped being a prick
Yeah,
and whiny and finally stepped up.
exactly. I mean, and also spoilers. Mickey and Rose. Mickey and Martha get married, and
Yep.
they go off in the sunset together. But,
Mm-hmm,
but then after them, there were no other POC companions really. Like
Except for Danny Pink, which he was like not really a companion, like we said.
Right. He was just there by association.
Mm-hmm.
But I still hate he went out like by hit and run. Still hate that.
Yeah. And what was that other one? There was the boy with the graffiti.
Yeah, Rigsby. Yeah, or Rigsy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, but I liked him though. Flatline. Now Flatline. That episode itself that messed with me a little bit.
Which was that?
The one it wasn't a graffiti episode, but like when you realized it was that the 2D world was trying to take over the 3D world.
Yeah. I was like, well, okay.
It didn't mess me up as much as Blink did, as usual. Blink.
As much what?
Blink. The
the
first time we see the angels, I was like, oh gosh, yeah. But I know it's when you don't like Wars of Mars. I know it.
I cannot. I'm just, no waters on Mars. No, thank you.
And you get stuff nowadays. NASA's found water on Mars, or we're seeing that water's there. I'm like, no.
I'm like, nope. Don't go to it. Don't bring nothing back. Don't do it. Say no.
And then you have the Apple.
It's a reason why there's nothing there now. It was, and now it's not. Watch Doctor Who. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
And now you have like the EarPods too, the Apple EarPods, and everybody's like,
I felt like we're gonna be. I'm like, Cybermen are coming.
No.
And then on a side note, with like Black Mirrors, like there are mechanical bees, and I'm just like, no.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh gosh. But
I'm just like, no.
But how do you answer the question? This question: if the angel sees its shadow, is the angel dead or not? Wait, no. If there's two shadows on the angel, do you move away or do you not look at it, or do you look at it?
I don't even know. Either way, you're gonna die.
Yeah, well.
Either way.
Is the weeping angel dead?
The Vashna Naradas. I love them. I love just saying that word, Vashna Naradas.
Hey.
It's so funny because on my block there are like street lights, and then there's like lights in the parking lot, so it gives you two shadows. So I'm like, well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nice knowing you.
Well, that was that.
Hey, who turned out the light?
Also what?
Hey, who turned out the light? Yeah, that.
Exactly. Like, well.
Nice knowing you. Oh, we're bad. We're bad.
No.
But
and then what's the other one? If Cyberman and the Dalek got into it, exterminate, delete, exterminate. We will upgrade you.
That was funny when they did that. Was it the Daleks were like, well, you're good at one thing. What is that? Dying. It's like, oh shoot.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Like
y'all shitty.
That was a grudge match right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have an episode with the Silence and the Weeping Angels. Like we have like memes and stuff of it, but I want to see an episode with Silence and Weeping Angels.
That's right. Does does the silence does the angel forget it saw the silence, or does the silence move away and not
and get caught.
and get caught.
Exactly. But once the silence looks away and moves away, that means the angel it's a conundrum.
Yeah.
It's a paradox. Nobody.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Oh goodness. But with that one, let's take a quick break and we'll continue on with more Doctor Who talk right after this.
Yes.
Hey everybody, we're back with more Doctor Who NPR Hour. I hope you've all been enjoying the show so far. But we want to really take this time now going forward the episode to talk about the headlines about Bill Potts' character and how the headlines have been saying the show is now having its first openly gay character and as a lead role, where other shows and movies of late, as you were just saying before we hit record, like Power Rangers, like one of the Rangers is allegedly gay. I mean, I'll pass it on to you, Delta.
Oh yeah, so like we said before, Doctor Who has always been very inclusive with race and sexuality and like being open and representing people of all backgrounds. And from a quote from the article that I posted, when I found out that Bill, a woman of color, new companion, lead character, is going to be openly gay, like I said, I was like, oh, she's not the first because Captain Jack and Madame Vastra. But yes, she's a lead, so that's why I got the headline, which great. But it shouldn't always have to get a headline. Like if a character is queer or in the LGBTQIA plus community, it should be normalized. She said in the article that Bill's gay. It shouldn't be a big deal, which it shouldn't. But I feel at this point, a lot of movies and shows are like making headlines and making it a big old thing and announcing it as this grand thing to get pats on the back and get the LGBTQIA plus community on its side. And I'm just like, okay, Doctor Who, you've always been doing this, so I know why. Like, it's a thing for you because she is a new companion. We haven't had a woman of color in a long time, and cool, she's queer, like me, awesome. But like with the Power Ranger, she's Latinx. She's played by Becky G. She's also a singer, and she's Mexican descent. And she's the Yellow Ranger. She's allegedly in the LGBTQ community. I don't know if she's bi or a lesbian at this point. Haven't seen the movie yet. But yeah, so that was a headline, and it was like super hyped, and that studio gets pat on the back and all this stuff. Same thing with Beauty and the Beast, Gaston's lover, or the guy that has a crush on Gaston, I forget his name, gay character. So what? Like, it's like, so what at this point? Like, queer people exist in the world. It's not some anomaly or strange thing to be announced, and it should be normalized. It shouldn't have to be a headline every single time a character is LGBT. Like, it comes out in the show, and that's just what it is. You'll find out when you watch.
Mm-hmm. Does it kind of seem like the studios to you, does it seem like they're doing like how things used to be done, where it's like, okay, this is a hot button issue right now, or this is the cool thing, the quote unquote kids are into, so let's just get on the bandwagon of it. Do you feel like that's kind of what they're doing now?
I don't know if that's what they're doing, but also every time I feel like they do it to announce, like, yes, to get the LGBT community and people that are inclusive and clearly not bigots or assholes to like, okay, cool, there's intersectionality and inclusivity in our movies. But also, I feel like it's also like a headline or a warning to bigots and like radical Christians and whatever else you want to call them that aren't fond of LGBTQ people or homosexuality or whatever, as a like warning, like, this is what's in our movie, so watch if you want, or maybe show your kids, or like, but it shouldn't matter because literally queer people have been subjected to hetero stuff their whole life and nobody says anything. So if your kid, like, that doesn't automatically mean like, oh, they're watching, it's showing kids and people in general that there are other types of things in the world than just what you think is normal. And when it's not even normal, it's just common. Common and normal are not equal. So that's another thing we need to like clarify with a lot of these things.
I agree with you.
But I feel like a lot of studios are doing it because yes, Beauty and the Beast and Power Rangers are like kind of kids movies, and children would want to see that stuff. So having these characters in it, I could see kids wouldn't care. They might ask questions, but I feel like they wouldn't care. It's the parents that have the problem.
Exactly.
So it's like a warning to the parents. Like, I'm like, is this going to be a new rating on like movies instead of rated R, rated LGBTQIA plus? May have some same-sex, gender non-conforming images. Like, you know, like that's how I feel like it's happening at this point. Like a warning for parents to see if their kids can watch it, if they want to allow their kids to watch that stuff.
True. I mean, I know that there was like some theater in the or one of the, either the state or it was like one of the cities in the deep south. I say deep south in the south that we're saying, oh, we're not going to show Beauty and the Beast because of the gay character. I'm like, okay, so you're not going to show it because of that. Well, there's a lot more worse things you can show.
He's literally in the scene for literally like one song, and then he's gone. The rest of the movie has nothing to do with him. Like, really?
It's the people's belief systems. I get that.
I get the belief system, but unless like I'm sure the kids watched the animated version.
Thank you.
That wasn't a problem. He was still gay in that, so I don't understand.
but then let's take it a step back to our childhood. We're watching Powerpuff Girls and stuff as a kid. You have him under kind of some like cross dressing almost, or Rocko's Modern Life. That's kind of the sex. Rocko's on the phone sex hotline, but you have all these interesting characters. We're watching stuff as kids where it doesn't really affect us, but it seems like when it gets into like the public sphere on a higher level, that's when it's a problem.
But everybody loves Powerpuff. Like, we all grew up watching like Powerpuff Girls. Nobody said anything like him. Yes, he was the devil.
Yeah, he was.
Possibly trans and or a cross-dresser.
True.
Like, so they're like, and we turned out fine. Like, none of the, like,
Yeah.
You watch the show, you're not cross-dressing and it didn't do anything to you. Like, that's why I'm like, just from watching things doesn't make you something.
No, it doesn't.
If that's the case, everybody that plays Call of Duty should sign up for the damn military. Plain and simple. Like, if that's how it went.
Mm-hmm. I mean, shoot.
But also,
yeah, I mean,
we're a different generation. We have different ways of thinking. We also don't have kids, so there's that.
That is true. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, I mean, I can't tell you what kids watch today. I mean, I got into Steven Universe late because I wasn't sure how the show was going to be at first. But
listen, kids love Steven Universe. That has LGBTQIA plus inclusivity all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Adventure Time.
Yes.
And like, there are no problems with that. Like, I don't understand.
I think because it's not making headlines or it's not coming across as like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, it stopped making things headlines, and it's like a red flag or super like warning sign, warning, gay, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what freaks people out. Like, it just shows up what you do. And then in same thing. I love that the show Star versus the Forces of Evil. There was a gay kiss in there, nobody freaking noticed, and it was like, all right, cool, until it was made a headline.
Right, because
so the headlines, I feel like they kind of have to stop. Yes, it's great to see our people, my people, represented and getting knowledge and being shown, so I can see people like me that live like the way I do and love the way I do out there, but it doesn't have to be like neon lights, here it is, like, like us. I'm just like, no. True. Like, it's good and bad. Like, it has its pros and cons. But at this point, I feel like a lot of studios are just doing it for publicity reasons and to get a pat on the back from our community.
True. I mean, even in the comic book sphere, putting they have Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy together now. Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay. So yeah, they that can't come out of the headline, but I don't think that created such a big stir. I don't think it did anyway.
So listen, at this point, and the way the world is now, somebody's always going to have a problem with something. You can't please everybody.
Exactly.
And also, it's and art is not all art is for everybody. And yeah.
True. I mean, but you get people who want to fight over the need for representation, saying, well, they don't see a problem. Like, well, you may not see a problem because you're always represented.
Always.
Yeah. So.
Hashtag cis white male.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you look at, Ghost in the Shell. As much as I want to see that movie, I was like, nah, I can't see this movie.
Oh, they can't see my face because it's not a visual thing. But yeah, I rolled my eyes really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I mean, I saw that was a flop. The miscasting. I mean, Scarlett Johansson's a great actress, but they knew better.
I mean, of course.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. I mean,
I feel like that's the same thing. Like they do the same thing that Broadway does sometimes, where they get a star that might not be able to sing and dance that great, but since that star has like credibility and a name, people will come to see the show just because that star is in it.
Exactly. And it's it's like I think when we all get into these roles of leadership in companies, then we can really force the change. Like
exactly.
I mean, I know it's coming. I see. I know your career you're in, and I see where you have a lot of opportunities ahead of you, and I know you'll get there. And we need it may sound with it politically correct to say forward thinking people, but we need more forward thinking people who are open minded to say we need more acceptance and we have to make a change. And I get making a headline because it's news. I get that, but yet every time there's a new headline, it's like, oh wow, it creates a stir. We don't always need a stir. You didn't really need to tell us about Bill's sexuality. You didn't really need to.
Exactly. I was already excited for the damn show. I was like, oh shit, Doctor Who's back. Whoop whoop. And then, like, if I was watching the show and I was like, she kisses a girl, or she says she's cute, or I like her, or my girlfriend, I would have just died. And I was like, the show is the best, even more best, and I love it even more. Right. Either way, I'm ready to see the show. Like, this is not going to make me want to watch the show even more. Like, it was good. I was waiting for it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's the person of color companion. I gotta watch it now. I've never watched Doctor Who a day in my life. But I gotta watch it now for the Black Companion. I'm like, well, there are those people. We know that we're gonna get some of those. We know it's gonna happen.
Of course, and that's when you'd be like, we go back to number 10.
Yeah, it's like
that other person.
Yeah, go back and start. If you really want start, go back to 9. That's when we get Mickey coming in. I mean, although they ain't used Mickey a lot, Mickey was kind of underused for a good portion of the show. But when he became a regular, he had his shining moments, and then when Martha really was a standout for us.
Yep.
So but we didn't talk about Martha's mother and her family. We didn't talk about them.
Oh yeah, like they totally kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I mean,
but came back.
It's like I liked her mother. Like her mother was the real chill person. Like she understood what was going on. She's like, just be safe.
Exactly. Unlike Rose's whiny, annoying mom.
Jackie, yes, Jackie. I still laugh at the scene where they're all in the TARDIS together, and he tells everybody to do something. He's looking at Jackie like, no, just stay over there. Don't touch anything. And I'm like, ooh, that's like a.
And the only reason I feel why Jackie got her shit together was because of Martha and Mickey.
Yep.
Because Mickey stayed behind, I guess, kept her together, and they were like doing their own fighting thing. And then Martha and Mickey got together, like that's why she got her life together.
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm just trying to think like other companions. I mean, this in general. I mean, I was thinking, we talked about earlier, Martha got out. The one companion that did not get out was Adric, back with the Fifth Doctor. He sacrificed himself and died because with Cyberman. He died.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think, was there a worse, when Amy and Rory got sent back in time, but they live out their lives in the past. So that still
Yeah, they
sucks.
live out their lives in the past. Donna, she's alive, but she can't remember anything.
Clara basically she's a moment out, like a second outside of her death.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I feel cheated. She should have died. I hated her. Again. Fight me,
uh-huh.
anybody that likes her.
Rose is living in Batwolf Bay with the other 10.
Fake doctor.
So
With fake.
that's
Mm-hmm.
true. And then Elizabeth Sladen, who played Sarah Jane Smith, she passed away, which still makes me sad every time I think about that.
Yeah.
But really, if you want to say Sarah Jane and her son Luke are still, they're living in London. You get to say that.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, it's everybody else pretty much just got the brunt end of the stick.
Yeah, and River we know is like dead, but they're also still on the Singing Towers for 27 years.
Yes.
Because that's how long a night lasts.
Right. I think it's Beryllium or Trillium. It's either a D or a T. Can't remember which. But because I found that song I found the Singing Tower song on YouTube, and I listened to it a few times. Like, it still makes me sad every time. Like, I hear oh, happy feels. But
sad. You know how it ends.
yes. But before we wrap things up the episode, when did you get into the Doctor Who Whovian universe?
I had to be about maybe like 18, 19. Probably younger, maybe younger. But my dad introduced me. He was like, "Oh, you got to watch the show. It's called Doctor Who. It's really cool." And my first Doctor he showed me was Tennant. So Tennant was always my first and my favorite. Then I went back, of course, and I watched from 9 on. And then once I caught up and it was off season, I went back to first one. And I remember I went out the night of the 50th anniversary, and there were people. I guess there was a Doctor Who event in the city. I went to a comedy club with one of my best friends, Gina, and there was a guy. He had Tom Baker scarf on, number 4, and I was like, Doctor Who! And then another woman had a TARDIS scarf when we went to the comedy club, and we were talking about that. We stopped the damn show to talk about Doctor Who. It was really funny. But yeah, I've been into it for it was Tennant's first season. I got started. My dad showed me that, and then I went back and watched everything.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I was hooked ever since.
Say that last part again.
Oh, I was hooked ever since.
Oh, yes, definitely. I think however people get into the show, they're hooked ever since. And at least I would hope they would be. I know it's not for everybody, but there is something you can grasp from it. I mean, the show has gone a long way from being the educational show for kids. I mean, it's still there in its roots of the education element, but people don't go to it for education nowadays.
Yeah. Actually, I lied. My first encounter with Doctor Who was I got shown Torchwood, Children of Earth first, and then my dad was like, "Oh, there's a spin-off show called Doctor Who, which is actually the opposite. Torchwood is a spin-off of Doctor Who because it's an anagram of Doctor Who, and it happened with Queen Victoria and the werewolves and all that stuff. Spoilers, sorry everyone." But yeah, it was actually Torchwood that got me into it, and then my dad showed me David Tennant.
Nice. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a good dad. But I do want to say thank you for joining me tonight to talk about our love of Doctor Who and looking forward to the new season.
Exactly. That's how we knew we were besties, because when we first Skyped and did the other podcast, we were both wearing Doctor Who shirts.
And that was not planned.
Was not planned. But yes, it's always great talking to you and doing the podcast and nerding out. Sorry, we go off on tangents a lot. It's what we do.
Oh yes, yes. This is a short window into our friendship, everybody. But if people want to find you, Delta, where can they find you online?
Delta Major on Facebook. Delta_Major on Instagram.
Awesome. And as the 10th Doctor says, allons-y.
Allons-y.